Cool. So today's mobility stuff, we're looking at biceps, triceps, elbow joint, and some forearm, wrist. So yeah, elbow and wrist mobility, joint mobility stuff, and some of the soft tissue in the forearm, biceps and triceps. So let's just start with the ball and let's get in at some soft tissue work. So let's start with the base of the thumb. So you do the pin, so you attack and twist. So if we come into the base of the thumb here, so attack, twist, and then you're flexing away. Attack, pin, tack, twist, and then flexing away. So you're taking up, you might be able to see it there, you're taking up the skin. Yeah, and then tacking and twisting. So getting into any of these tight structures. So if you're having muscular soft tissue issues around your thumb and wrist, and then you can come into different parts. Again, you're just kind of flexing and extending the wrist. So you pin again, twist, take up the slack, and then coming off. And then you can come around the wrist into some of these other tight structures. Okay, to wherever you're having the issues. And then we can come up into forearm. So if you're, probably not necessarily with carpal tunnel for the wrist for that one. More of my kind of muscular strains around the wrist. Then if you get maybe some tennis elbow, you can do the same then, coming up into the forearm again. So you attack, twist, and then you kind of flex the wrist and extend, tack, twist, flex and twist. Yeah. So again, you take up the slack with the twist and extend, and then you can come down kind of these muscles here, what we call extensors. And again, your tack, and twist. Again, tack and twist, tack and twist. Yeah. And then once you feel like it's being released, then you're kind of moving on, working your way down. Let's go into kind of forearm. So your flexors of your forearm. So again, you could come to a hard surface or come to the floor. And again, you could grab a second ball as well. So again, you're coming in. Okay, finding that tight spot, you can apply pressure with another ball on top if you liked. Yeah. And then you're kind of just moving your arm around. You can kind of floss through the muscle as well. So again, once you find that tight spot, again, you're applying downward pressure with the second ball, and then just kind of moving your wrist around to try to release that tension. Yeah. And then if we go to triceps, so again, you can use a ball or a foam roller, and again, you could use a barbell if you were in the gym. So again, coming in here, so again, you have to lie on your front, start with the foam roller at the ball, just above the elbow, yeah, and then you're coming in, you use your other hand to kind of reach up. And then if you find a point of tension or pain, you can contract your triceps, try to put a bit more weight on it, contract for 5 to 10 seconds, then relax, and try to let the weight go deep. Try to let the foam roller of the ball go deeper into it. Yeah. And then if you don't have a foam roller, again, you could use a ball. And again, same idea. So you're coming in. Again, you can contract 5-10 seconds, relax, that ball going further. Yeah. And then if we go looking at wrist and elbow joint, so you can do some banded stuff. So the elbow one I quite like. So looking at extension first. So if you're stiff into that movement, so coming with the band. So what we'd want to do is come Yeah. Okay. So there's two options. So you come out nice and far. Okay. And then you're letting the band pull you into extension. Yeah. And you can kind of mobilize back and forth. Yeah. And then you can work on a bit in a slightly different position. Again, you're pulling out. Your fingers are pointing away. And you're coming into here. And again, working on the extension. And you can see the band is above my elbow for this one. And again, you can kind of sit back on your heels, really work on that stiff point. And then if you're more stiff in flexion, you get a bit of a distraction. So again, coming in here. And again, pulling your palm towards you. And again, you can shuffle up, get more distraction. Yeah, and you can add a little bit of over pressure with this other hand. And then you can come back, palm away. And again, pushing down. Yeah. And there are some of your elbow ones. And then if you're looking at wrist extension here, and if you're stiff into the right versus the left, you can add some overpressure to test if it's painful or just stiff. So again, coming in with the band here again. Again, you come out, okay, palm on top, and then you're kind of again coming back and forth. And again, you can apply a little bit of pressure in that glide as well. You can do it without the band, but the band just gives a bit more pressure. Yeah, going again. Good. And yeah, so again, hand on top and then coming into extension here. And again, you could do the same, hand down and apply pressure in this direction. As you come forward, you're pushing in that direction. So again, here and push. Yeah. The other things that you could do with the elbow one, especially if you're looking at the wrist, you could voodoo wrap it first, the compression band, which will come in a video later on compression, and while you're doing some of these mobility stuff. But again, that's just taking it a step further. And again, always test and retest beforehand to make sure that you're doing the right mobilization. All right, thanks guys.